Okay, we've got another one. Here's another in our series of the one thing you need to know. Here's another question that came in. This one from Dan in Atlanta. A lot of questions from Atlanta. Do competencies have a place in HR beyond using them for performance ratings? Where do competencies fit? Yeah, a lot of companies, this may be a little inside baseball for some of you, but many companies define jobs according to a list of qualities or capabilities that are normally called competencies. And some companies even will rate you on your list of competencies. Some companies have a competency model where certain jobs require these competencies, and then higher up you go, then you need more competencies, and then more competencies and more competencies. Some companies even use your scores on the competencies and the gaps where you're low to tie to a learning management system so they can plug the gaps. And some companies will even only promote you to certain levels if you've shown that you've got all the competencies required for the job. There's a lot of problems with this. Number one, competencies can't be measured. I won't go into all the details as to why, but you cannot measure a competency. So all the scores and all the data around how much you have of a certain competency, it's all just made up. The second thing that is important, when you study people that excel at a certain job, although as a group they may have all of these competencies, no one person has all of them. So there's absolutely no data at all that says the best incumbents in a job all share the same competencies. So that's a bit of a problem. There's also no data that shows that people who acquire the competencies they don't have outperform the people that don't. So that's a problem. So where do competencies fit in? I would strongly suggest that competencies are simply values. Let's say you have a list of competencies that are goal orientation, customer focus, innovation, strategic thinking, and diversity. I don't know, I've made those up. But they're a pretty good reflection of what is often found in a model. Those things, customer focus, goal orientation, strategic thinking, etc., those are values. Those are things that a company should put on a wall and say, we think these are jolly important. And that's where they should live, as expressed values. And you can maybe have stories about each one, and vignettes, and heroes that you point to who manifest each one, or things that you can do to bring each one of those values to life. What we should not do is take those values, which is what they are, and put them into a performance management system, because they can't be measured. They can't be measured. We don't know that any one person has all of them. And we certainly don't know that the people that supposedly acquire the ones that they don't have outperform the people that don't. So let's not take them off the wall. Let's leave competencies on the wall as examples of things we deem valuable. And then we can bring them to life and have them do what values always do, that help people kind of go, this is what we all share together. That's cool. Keep competencies on the wall. Don't try and measure them. Don't have them become part and parcel of a performance management system. It's not really the best way to get more performance out of a person.